Good evening. My name is Pravyashree. Now I'm going to explain working with Git. So Git is a VCS. VCS means version control system. Git is VCS. That means version control system. So it stands for version control system. That means so when we are working on a project, we have to develop so many features in it. So that features is not be developed by the single person. So lot of work there will be one team who are working on particular project, and each and every person will be assigned to a particular feature. So every person has to develop that feature, and at last they have to combine all these features. So let us say we are doing a project. This is one project. So I am having one project. So inside, so many features are there. Let us say F1 is there, F2 is there, F2, F3, F4, and so on. So many will be there. So these features will be developed by the many developers. So they can develop on one particular feature or maybe at a time two to three as per their convenience. They develop these features. So if they want to develop everything and if they want to combine them, we have to maintain all this process at one place. So that will be supported by this Git. Git is version control system. So whatever that we are developing or whatever the code that we are doing day by day, it will handle all the code at one place, and that place is cloud. So on cloud, it is maintaining our project. Then again, why cloud? Why cloud means, so for example, if you are working on a project and after a few days, because of your system failure, you lost your code. And at that time, if you want to reback your code or uh, get get back your code, it is difficult to uh, backtrack that one. So it will give the possibility that to save our code in a cloud. So when we are storing our data, or sorry, whenever we are storing our project code in a cloud, so when we want to make a changes, all the changes will be happen here. And when we want to do any features, those features will be updated here. And when we want to delete it also, even by mistake, if you deleted that one also, you can retrieve whichever we have stored that one in cloud. So Git will help us to store our code on cloud, and it will maintain our code, and it provides so many tools to add our code into that particular cloud, and it maintains the every version of the project. So that's why we'll call it as version control system also. So now I want to write my code and I want to develop some features. And so for example, developer one is there. So that developer one and developer two and developer three and developer four. So these main developers are there. So they are working on this particular features. So one by one, that is, for example, they are working on this particular feature. This person is working on this feature, and the next person is working on this feature. Now, B3 is working on this particular feature, and as well D4, the developer role is working on this feature number 4. So if they want to do these developments, or if they want to do these features, they have to maintain the code. They all need a same code. But if they take the same code and if they are making the changes, or if they are doing that code in particular one particular in the same project, so it will be disturbance for remaining person. For example, if developer one is doing some changes in particular project number one, as per their code or as per their feature, the developer one is making the changes to project one. That will not be affected to the, sorry, if it is the entire thing is combining, so that will be affected, that effect will give to the developer two also, developer three. So every person will get the same project. So if they want to code again, for example, developer three is there, then he wants to develop the feature one. Whatever the changes made by the developer one will affect this developer three code also. So I don't want to do in this manner. So here, in order to not instead of doing everything on a single project, we can take one. We can take the copy of the code of this project one. So let us consider this one. Now, instead of taking the entire project, I want to take the copy of this project. So I make a copy of this project, and whatever the copy that I created, so this will be created by the management. So this copy will given to the each and every person or each and every developer. So this developer is maintaining the same code, and this developer is also having the same code, and another developer. So everyone is having this copy of this code. So they'll do changes. So similarly, every developer is taking that copy of that code and they do changes whatever they want. At last, they'll combine all their code to one particular branch. So if you want to do this thing, you have to use this Git tool. And for using this one, we need the tool called GitHub. GitHub or maybe Bitbucket. So many tools are available to perform this Git. So to do your code, to take the copy of the particular project and to do the features and maintain your code in particular cloud, so you need some tools. So those tools are available in GitHub and Bitbucket. So Git just say what it is called. So it is a version control system. It maintains your code day by day, whatever the changes that are done by the developers, not even the single developer, whatever the changes are done by the entire team. All the entire team project will be maintained by this Git. So at last, we'll finalize that one into one particular project. So instead of taking the same project, we'll just make a copy of that project and we'll give to each and every developer. They do their feature and they'll just give their code back to the program again. So whatever the changes they have done, so after doing everything, they'll just give their code or they'll just merge this code to this copy folder. So let us say how to do this thing. So these are the tools will be helpful to do this thing. Now I have one project and to do this thing, first of all, we need an account in either Gitbucket, sorry, in either GitHub or Bitbucket. So I have already an account on the Bitbucket. It is simple to create a Bitbucket account. If you are a new one, you can create. Uh, it is directly redirecting to the my particular Bitbucket thing. So if you want to create, there will be simple steps. If you follow that one, you can able to create the Bitbucket. Okay, you have to give us some personal details, sorry, some simple details. So then you can able to create your Bitbucket account. So I have already an account. This is my profile. And here I have the repositories and I have the projects also. So now I have the projects. So let me show my projects. So this is my project. So inside it, I having these repositories. So if you want to create a project, you have to click on this one, create project or create repository. These two will be helpful to maintain your code in a cloud. So for this thing, first of all, we need a branches. So after creating the Bitbucket, you have to first create the project. So let me write project and I'll just say it's a demo project or registration project. So inside my Spring SDS, I have some sample projects. Now I want to show I have one user registration project. So this is one microservice I have created for the practicing purpose. Now I want to send this code and I want to maintain this code in a cloud. So to do that thing, I need this Bitbucket support or sorry, either Bitbucket or Git repository. That means GitHub. So I was creating a project registration. So you can create any project. So this is November 25. So you can give any name. So I was giving like this. And here I'll write this RUG with November 25. So you have to write the key also and you have to make this as private only. Otherwise, the other persons, whoever are there at the outside, so outsiders can able to see your code if you are not making it as private. If I don't click on this one, so everyone can able to see my code. So making sure we have to click on this one and then you have to create the object. If you want to write any description about your project, you can write. Otherwise, you can create this one, create project. Start with a letter and make consist of ASCII. Let me remove this thing. I have everything. Here I'll do November. It is automatically taking the capitals only. Again, I'll click on this one. Maybe it is not taking any special characters and it will take all those things as capitals only. Even though if you're making it as smaller cases, it will take capitals only. And then I have created one project. So inside Bitbucket, I have one project now. So for every project, whatever that we are want to maintain in a cloud, so you have to create one project and then you have to create branches. So default will be the main branch. Main or master is the default branch. We don't code in this branch. Here, whatever the actual code is there, that will be here and it will be maintained by the manager. We don't do any changes here. We only do inside to the sub. So here we are having one main or master branch. So to these branches, we are having sub branches. So inside that branches, we'll do the changes or we'll do the code whatever we want. Okay, so inside it, we are having one more branch, integration, and where all the code of the developers will be integrated here. So this is the branch called integration. We'll integrate all our code into this branch. And we are also having one more branch. So we are having one more branches like this. So inside this integration, so everyone has to maintain their feature branches. So this is feature one branch, feature two branch, or maybe feature three branch. This is feature one branch. So this is feature two branch, and this is feature three branch. So similarly, we are having so many branches as per the developer's size. So how many developers are there and how many they are coding, like how many people are coding the project. So they'll create the branches of features, and whatever the code that they are doing, they'll just integrate to here. We'll not integrate our project to the main branch or master branch. We'll only integrate our project to this integration branch. So here, to take this one or to clone this one, we need one sync folder here. So in our IDE, so this is the local IDE. So everyone is doing their code in their Eclipse IDE or maybe IntelliJ. So whatever the tool is there to code that thing, we use that local IDE. So if whatever the code I want to do, I have to do it here in my local IDE. So this is my code. So now after doing the code in my local IDE, I have to put my entire code to these features. So now I have to combine these two. So in between, I need a support of one particular folder. This is the sync folder. So this is sync folder. Now it will connect our local IDE code to the feature branch. So it will just send our code to the feature branches. So everyone has to do the same way. So when they want to create an object, sorry, when they want to create a project, they'll create a master or main branch, and then they create the integration branch. And from that one, we have to create feature branches. And whatever the code that we are doing, we have to put that entire code to this feature. So every developer will do the same thing, and day by day, whatever the changes that they are doing, they'll just send their changes after end of the day. So they can able to see whatever the changes are done by that particular person. So for example, if you use this one, in order to use this thing, in between we are having the GI interfaces. So to send all our code to this particular branch, we can use CLI commands or GI interface. This GI interface is more convenient as compared to the CLI. In CLI, you have to write some commands, for example, git add or git add star to stage all or to add each and every changes that you have done on the day, and then commit. That means, so whatever the things that I have added, for example, I have coded 10 lines of, or today I have coded two classes. I made a changes in those two classes. Now, whatever the lines of code is there, first of all, I have to add all the code into this feature branch. Then I have to commit them with some proper message, with a proper message. By seeing that message, management will understand or team lead will understand, okay, what he did on this particular day. So by seeing this particular message, they understand, okay, developer D1 done this type of code today, or he worked on this particular feature. Then we have to push them. So up to here, whatever the changes that we have done, it will come to, it will be added to the this sync folder. Then if you want to push all your code into this feature branch, Now you have to write one command called git push. So it will be helpful to push all our code into this branches, to this particular feature branch. And if you are doing add all, then commit. So until here, you can make any changes. You can retract or change the code again, or whatever the changes that you have done, you can get it back. But after pushing, it is difficult to get that back. So you have to write some more commands to get your code back. And then if you want to clone the project, here they'll create one project folder. Inside this one, here this is the project, and they'll create the branches here by using this. Sorry, here they'll create the repositories, and inside every repository, they'll maintain some branches according to these steps: main or master branch, then integration branch, then feature branches. So we have to clone that one. So to do that thing, you have to use the git clone, and whatever the URL is there, that URL you have to pass it here. So you have to write all these commands if you are using the CLI. That means inside this command line, you have to write everything. Then, if you don't want to use like this, you can use some GUI interface. GUI interface means, for example, if you are using any application, maybe registration form, so you are having one website you will get. So by seeing that one, you can easily understand, okay, what it is trying to tell us. So I have one GUI interface. Here actually you can see checkout will be there. First of all, I'll create a repository. Here I have to select this one. It is already selected. Then I have to select the repository name. So here I'll write something user registration. Some sample thing I was creating. So I'll just click on this one. So this is my main branch. By default, it is showing some name. If you don't want, you can write master also. And if you want to include readme, you can include that one. And if you want to include this git ignore, you can include that one also. And in advanced settings, here nothing is there. If you want to select that one, you can select. Then you can click on the create repository. So inside your project, you must be have some repositories. So inside that repository only, you have to create the branches, and that branch you have to clone it your folder. So here, as of now, I am having only this branch. Nothing is there. If I want to create a branch, I have to use this one, create branch, and make sure you have to see whether it is in the same repository or not. Okay, it is in the registration number 25. So this is in that repository only. So if I click on this branch, first I want to create the integration branch. So I'll write integration branch, and you can able to select this one, whether it is main or not. So something. So I want this integration branch under the main branch only. So I was selecting this one. And here you can click on any name. So as of now, it is not a feature branch. So it is an integration branch. So click on other only, then create. So as soon as I have created, we are having, okay, let me go to the branches section. Now it is showing you active branches. If I select all branches, it will show me these two branches. Main branch is there and integration branch is there. And if you see here, if I go back to this page and back, okay. Here it is showing me checkout in SourceTree. So SourceTree is one of the GA interface provided by this Bitbucket. So if you are a Win OS system, if you are using Win OS system, or if you are using the Mac OS system, it will provide you the support to use that GUI interface. And if you click on this one, you will get some interface. So there you can clone and push. So you can do everything. But as of now, I'm using the Linux based OS. So if I do this one also, it will show me like this. I'm not able to check out to this source tree. So that's why I'm having one more GUI interface. So this smart git is one more GUI interface for the Linux. So whatever the changes that I have done, that will show like this here. And after that, if I want to add or if I want to push, commit, whatever things that I have to do, so whatever the things that I have to do, it will support me with the options. So it will show some icons here. So this is for push and this is for stage means nothing but add. And if you want everything at a time, you can click on this one. Then it, as of now, it is nothing is there in particular this project. I have added everything. So that's why it is not showing me anything. So if any project is there after cloning it, if you want to add that one, after clicking that one, it will show you whether to add all or add particular file or not. Then after staging, you have to commit this one. Here I have to write the message, whatever the changes that I have done on particular day. Then I have to commit. Here it will be enabled after writing something. So whatever that I am writing, it is enabling. Okay, as of now, nothing is there. So that's the thing. So after this one, you have to commit. So after adding and committing, you have to push that into the one. So let us go each and every step. So I want to create one more branch here. Create feature branch also I have to create. Here I have to select the type as feature and I have to create under the integration. As per the diagram, I have to create under this integration part. I have to select that one also. It is loading. So, so this is called GUI. So now I want to create this branch. Now it is showing. I have to select the feature. Then I have to select the integration. Then I have to write some feature name. So as of now, I was writing this F1. If you are having any particular feature, maybe you are creating of video call feature. So you can write that feature name here directly. We can able to understand by seeing this feature name. So as of now, it's a sample one. So I was writing as F1 and it is under integration only. So if I click on this one, it will create the branch for me and it is in this repository only use register. So I create this one. Previously, I was having only June 25 CT projects. Now because of this one, I'm having one more project and I'll go to this projects. Here I'm having one repository. You can able to create some more repositories. If I go to this repositories, I can able to see the branches also. So this is my file. So now I want to clone this file, entire file to the smart git. Or else if you are using the CLI commands, if I am using at present I am using the GI, so that's why I want to clone to this particular place. So if you are using the CLI commands, you have to create one folder. So let me show how to do that thing. So let us go to the documents folder. I'll just create one folder here as uh, registration November 25. So I have created one folder here. Inside it, I want to put everything here. So you can create some more packages as you want. If you want to make it clear, you can create some more packages there. So now, whatever the changes are, for example, here inside main, nothing is there. As of now, it will only create the git ignore. As I selected that one, it is showing only that one. But I want to clone this thing into the smart git. Or otherwise, CLI commands, if I want to do, I have to come here. I have to uh, clone it to this place. Then git ignore will be placed here. And by using this CLI command, sorry, by using this terminal, I can able to do everything. So if you want to do the git, if you want to do the git commands, then you must have the .ignore file or it must be worked as a git file that whatever the folder that you are creating that must be acts as a git, otherwise you cannot use that one. So there will be some commands to act your folder as a git repository. So as of now I'm using the gi only, so I'll clone it to here. So here I have some options, so let me show you that options. So inside this repository, clone, I have already connected with this Bitbucket by using the token. So here it is showing me all these things. I have already cloned it to my smart gate. So I want to clone this one now. Next. And you have to select the folder name. So I want to clone the feature branch. You cannot clone it to the main or integration branch. You have to clone it to the feature branch and you have to clone it to the, sorry, you have to push into the feature branch only. So now I'll click on next. Then I have to select the folder. So all the entire repositories are cloned to this folder only. So that's why it is suggesting me this one. So I'll change it now, documents. And here I have created one particular folder for this repository. So here I want to open it. And this is my feature one branch. I'll write feature one and I'll click on finish. Now I can able to see this thing here. So initially it is having one particular change. Okay, that is already present in that folder also. So now, whatever the changes that have done here, for example, I have already have some code here. So let me show you those codes. So these many packages I am having and classes also I'm having here. So already I have some code. I want to put this entire code into this particular project. So it is whatever the code that I have written in the user registration that is there in this folder. I have to go to this folder first and repo. Here I am having this code user. Yeah. Here I am having this one user registration. Let us go to this one. So whatever the code is there present in that one, I have to select everything and I have to just simply paste it here in documents. Here I have November 25 CT. It is registration November 25 CT. So this is my feature one. So inside it, I'll put the entire code. And if I see here, after doing this one, if I click on this one, changes is not reflecting. Let me close it again. So I have kept everything in this particular folder. So if I open this one, now it is showing me the previously it is not working. Now I have closed that one and I have reopened that one. Now it is showing me the changes, all changes that I have done here. So if I want to push every code that what I have done in my project to that Git, so now I have to do add, commit, and push. So here, first of all, I want to add and click on this one. Now the options are, now I can able to see these options now. Previously it is in uh, disappear mode. At that time, I'm not able to see those options properly because the code is not there. No changes is there on particular repos. So here in this repo, I have some changes. So that's why it is showing me stage all or not. So if I click on the stage all, here it is saying store working tree files in the index to prepare next commit. Okay. If I stage, it will be ready to commit. That means you have added everything. So now you have to commit with a message. So I'll just do stage all. If you don't want to select anything, you just unclick that one or disable that one and whatever the things that you want to add, you can do stage all. Stage is nothing but add only. If you are doing with commands, you have to write git add. And if you are doing with the any GI interface, you have to write the stage. Let me write stage here. So everything will be staged. Then I have to write command. So I'll write user registration code done with exception handling. They just want to make a simple message. Okay, because of seeing that one, they can able to understand. I'll just commit. So everything is committed. So whatever the changes that I have done, I want to put everything into this bit bucket. Now I have already cloned this project to my folder. This is my sync folder. So here, so this is my sync folder in Smart Bucket. I have kept everything. So now I want to push this thing. Simply, I'll do push and it will ask me, do you want to push to feature branch? So every time I have to push to feature branch only. So I'll just push this one. So it will load and then it will show you push succeed. So it is showing me push succeed. Okay. So if I made any changes again to my code, so for example, I'll come to the user controller. I'll change it to the, instead of writing registering user, I'll write make and delete this thing. And again, I'll write it one. Okay. I have to print like this. I have saved this one. But if I see, I didn't get any changes here. Even though if I refresh this one, I don't get any changes. Why? Because whatever the code that I am doing, whatever the cloned thing is there, I haven't imported that file to here. So previously, it is not connected with any Bitbucket. So if you see the remaining projects, these are connected with the Bitbucket. So it is showing me some other names also. But as of now, it is just a Spring Boot project. So it is not cloned properly. So I want to import whatever the file is there here. I want to import this one. Okay, now let us see whether my SmartKit changes are pushed to this Bitbucket properly or not. Let us go to this one and I'll go to this registration file and this repository. And if I open feature branch, now I can able to see everything here. So 2 minutes ago, I have committed this message. So I'm getting that one also. Now I'm getting these changes. But again, if I want the changes here, I have to import or I have to clone this file to my IDE. So let us write that one. Okay. Let me delete this thing first because I already have it in that particular place. So I'll delete on desktop also. Okay. So now I'll clone this file, import an existing Maven project and click on next. And I have to open this one. And in documents, in registration number 25, in this user feature one, I have to select this one. So wherever this source and form.xml is there, I have to open that file. So it will show me the form.xml. And if you want to give the name also, you can give that one. So here I want to give the same name, whatever is there here. I'll just write that name here also. And if you don't want to give, that is also fine. And then click on finish. Now, whatever the changes that I have done, if I am doing any changes here, that will be reflected now because I have imported this. So I have imported this file now. So now I can able to get the changes. Now I can, whatever the changes are there, that will be reflected in my market first. And after adding and committing and pushing into the Bitbucket, then I'll get the changes back in the Bitbucket also. So let me open this one, this file. So I'll just delete this one. So I want to print like this. So I have saved this one. So if I see SmartKit now, so I'll click on this one again. Again, it is not showing. Let me close this one. Exit now. And again, I'll open it. SmartKit. Okay. Here, if I open, now it is showing me 9 changes. Okay. Previously, maybe, okay, I'll see whether it is uh, whatever the changes that I have done to the user controller, whether it is reflecting here or not. Let me connect with this SmartKit. Now I'll see whether it is coming or not. Here, if I see here, it is showing me you have done this change. So it is showing me the new change also. Previously it was like this and now it was like this. So it is coming here because I have imported this cloned project now. So again, if I do stage, again I'll do, it is staging one by one. I want to do everything at a time. I selected everything and I'll do stage all. Now everything is came here. Now again I'll write mm, some changes in user controller. So I have to give one message because they can able to understand by seeing this message, as I said. So I have done commit again, and now I want to push to the feature branch, push it. Now I'll see whether it is reflecting there or not in the bit bucket. It is reflecting or not. I want to see. So I'll go to the source. Inside that main is there, and here controller, user controller. Okay, it is giving me the previous one only. Let me reload this thing. Now if I see these changes are not reflecting, let me go. I want to open it again. Feature one branch source. So now it is giving me some changes in user controller. Maybe because of some glitch, it is not coming properly. So if it is not coming properly, either refresh it or to close it and open it again. It will definitely reflect that changes here. So now if I open this one, now if I see, now I'm getting the code that what I have returned in the user controller. So in this way, I can able to achieve the code. So this is called the Git, working of Git. And if you want to do with the commands, that is also possible. And if you want to use the GUI, that is also possible. If you are Mac or any Mac or Windows OS based system that you are using, then you can able to do in source tree only. You can easily do it there. But if you are not using that OS, so you have to use any other OS related GUI interfaces. So there will be so many GUI interfaces for Git for Linux based UIs. So Linux based OS. So it is showing so many things. It will be showing so many options here. If I click on this one, I'll go to tools, GUI. So it is showing me how many GUI tools are available for particular OS. So if I click on Linux, so here I'm having the source tree. So by seeing this one, I have installed that one and I have created a token with this particular smart git to the Bitbucket. Now, because of this one, I can able to push everything to my Bitbucket. So this is called working of Git. So that's all. Thank you.